In this video, I will demonstrate how to configure a Prometheus data source to collect metric data with an OCI Management Agent for a Prometheus Kafka exporter. In order to do that, the Management Agent needs to be configured to collect the Kafka metrics and ingest the data in the OCI monitoring service. In Oracle Cloud, click the navigation menu. Go to Observability and Management, go to Management Agent, and then click Agents. Now, I see all the agents and gateways installed in this compartment. There are two pages, one for agents and gateways, and another for agents with the data source. In this example, I click the agents with the data source, and then click the agent name to view the agent details including the host, OS, compartment data, disk usage, and availability. Here's the data sources field that lists the number of data sources available for this agent. Click View the data source details, which includes how many data sources are available on this namespace, the type of data source, and when it was created. Click the Manage Data Source option to add, edit, or delete a data source. Next, let's take a look at how to add a data source. Click Add Data Source. Select a type from the drop-down list. Enter the name. In this example, I enter Prometheus A and then select the compartment where the metrics should be uploaded. Enter the metric namespace. This is the OCI monitoring namespace where the metrics will be uploaded. Enter a URL that is exporting the Prometheus Kafka metrics. Optionally, I can add a custom metric dimension by entering a key-value pair. This fixed key-value pair will be added as a metric dimension with every data point uploaded to OCI monitoring. To do that, click Add Metric Dimension. Enter the dimension name and a dimension value. For example, I can enter a profile and define that it's in production. Or I can enter a team and define the value as development. Now I can track these metrics. To control the metrics even more, click Optional Properties. For example, you can use these options to specify that certain metrics should flow through the monitoring service. Enter a star. Entering a star indicates all the metrics. I can define a specific OCI monitoring resource group, and then the resource group will be assigned to each of the emitted metrics. Or I can schedule an interval, define a proxy, define a connection, a data limit, or define a timeout for connecting to the Prometheus endpoint. After you define the options, click Add to add the data source. Now there is a work request that was successfully sent to the agent to validate and create this data source I just defined. After a few seconds to process the request, I see the new data source just created and the work order. Now I can click the data source link or the option to manage the data source to view or edit the data source properties. Now that I have set up and configured the Prometheus data source for a management agent, I can use the OCI monitoring service to set up alarms on any of the scraped metrics. Now, let's take a look at the dashboard displaying these metrics in the OCI monitoring service. In this example, I created this dashboard in the Management Dashboard service with Metric Data Explorer widgets. When you configure the widgets, make sure to select the compartment and the metric namespace for the Prometheus data source. This sample dashboard demonstrates using a few Metric Data Explorer widgets from the Prometheus data source I just created. You can find the related documentation in the description below this video.